Retro Bowl to play on my phone.
I'm watching number go
You
up.
remind me, I've got to make a meme later.
That's what I turned on the stream to. All right.
Yep.
Bix is making a meme.
Later.
Making
I've got
memes,
to record the base footage and then I can start doing the stuff.
Oh, this is the part where I pretend I have an intro. Hi, welcome to D&D, where VTubers play D&D. We still have not titled this. We still don't have a name for the group. There's a lot that hasn't happened, actually.
Where the fuck wits there? Moving on.
I have an idea. I just got some.
I heard an
really
alert,
new.
but I don't have an alert on the screen, so I don't know what it was.
I got something new that I want to show you guys. There's nope, it doesn't make a sound.
Oh,
well.
thank you for the follow. I don't know why it's not in my chat that I'm not getting the alert.
Oh, I should
thought-
check Twitter.
I thought opening the bottle would make a sound, and it didn't.
Oh no.
That's
I'm
just sad to
disappointed.
me.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
the
disappointing.
was the tweet sent?
It's
You
I
haven't
scheduled
sent the
no, I scheduled a little later just in case we're delayed. For everyone else watching and players when things aren't happening, there's a new Pokemon bot in my chat. You can catch Pokemon in it.
What?
Yeah,
Which generations though?
all of them, I think.
What's the command?
Can I get the keys?
You have
Can I
to.
get the car keys?
You just put Pokestart, and it will give you a random starter.
Just is there like a prefix character or anything?
Yeah, it's
I think
exclamation
it's the
Pokestart.
Okay.
There is an embed at the bottom, so you can look at all of your Pokemon. You can Wonder Trade, I think, like once every 3 hours, so it'll be like once during the
Yeah, I
stream.
got a Squirtle. Let's go.
You can do the Wonder Trading while I'm offline, but you can't catch while I'm offline, so it's only during the chat.
This is bullshit. You can't move the truck to find Mew.
Oh my god.
I want missing no.
The bot, or the game is relatively new. You can't actually evolve Pokemon. They are going to update that, but at the moment you can't evolve Pokemon. But you can catch every evolution. There are shinies in it, so everyone can enjoy that.
Snippy.
You got a Skitty already? What?
What is the help?
Snippy.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck? I want that stupid pink
How do I
cat.
know what
I-
the commands are?
I got a.
Oh
Uh,
wait, there it is. I see it. There's a Google Doc.
Yeah.
I just can't read.
Oh, Nikki got a torch egg.
I've been
I
meaning
think,
to tell you. That's why I struggle with the character sheet. I never learned how to read.
yeah. Well, it's okay. I play Yu-Gi-Oh! I understand.
I play.
know.
Yeah, my starter was like Bulbasaur, and I think the first Pokemon I caught in my own chat was like Tailo, or maybe it was Electrike.
When do you catch it?
It'll pop up. So it pops up like I think it's like every 15 or 30 minutes.
So how do you
Okay.
fusion summon in this?
Fusion summon, oh my god.
What's the EV training?
So I think it's just Poke Catch is the command when it pops up. And then it
Can
just
I
kind
check
of,
my Pokemon's nature?
yeah. That's
I
also
think
all in the
it's-
embed at the bottom. But anyways,
Nerds.
with that out of the way, as we're all going to get distracted by this
I've
100%.
never played a Pokemon game in my life.
Where's the Baden so I can level up?
Jesus.
I just want sunglasses for my Squirtle.
Anything else we need to...
I only know what my brother showed me a while back, and that's the only Pokemon shit I know.
I think I need to update the view embed because it's broken. Because that's not how many views I have right now. Anyways, whatever.
All you need is.
Oh, there it is. Now it's updated.
Yeah, it's clearly broken. I have way more views than that.
Yeah.
Speaking of broken, is the Kuma bot live?
Yeah, we tested it.
Yeah, I
believe
resurrected.
so.
Anything we need to get
Yeah.
into before we
Wait,
start
no,
the
did we
game, or are
check
we
the
good?
second time?
We did, but I hit the run button. Yeah,
Oh,
see, there
okay.
you go.
Yep.
The run button.
Why
wouldn't
did
lie
my
to me.
music die?
I'm sick, so I won't be talking
The day
too
the
much.
music.
This is mostly for the chat. I have a sinus infection, so
That's what the mask is for.
Completely understandable.
yeah.
That's
So
okay.
I won't be talking too much this session.
Yeah, when androids give you a virus, it's a little different.
Oh yeah, it takes
It hurts a
lot
bit more.
Yeah.
I need to go talk to Lemon to fix this.
So, to recap as we jump into this, my magical screen. And these stale cookies that we don't ever touch. They're only for decoration.
They're hard as a rock.
Like, how
These are
many of us
sake
are
puff.
either digital or various technological beings, and so do not
I
really
wish I
eat?
knew they were decoration before I ate like 3 of them.
Well, they've also been there for like the last couple months. These donuts are fresh though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, nice.
But they're behind the cardboard cutout though. These are just pictures of donuts. The real donuts are actually behind it. Anyways,
What about the sochu?
I already drank it. It's just water inside. Legally, I can't drink on stream.
Well,
To
that's
recap,
the advantage of being a VTuber.
yeah, exactly. No one knows. I'm just taking shots of water, guys.
Wait, have I been doing something wrong this whole time?
No, you're drinking apple juice. Shut up. It's canned apple juice. It's just carbonated apple cider. To recap, with the party finally having done, finally having done. Why can't I speak English? Finally having downtime. Everyone took a moment to finally gather themselves. Coda and Gotham prepare a pinata for the festivities with Shelby on her birthday. Goliath immediately goes to training. Ursa goes to the main building to try and get some snacks for the road. And get some directions to silence the lingering voice in her head. With a rather frantic start to her day, party splits. The half-orcs going to an orphanage for a celebration, while the rest try to locate the, quote, Witch of the Woods to try and find answers for yourself. With a little bit of help from May, they eventually make it to the tree line of the forest. Portal opens up within a tree, and the group is transported to a place that Yursa knows quite well. You guys hear some singing in the distance, and with a little bit of recon and getting people's heads, the party meets the Boatman, a leopard gecko lizard folk that claims to not know the witch, but will take you directly to the witch. And on their travels, you guys encountered an old man in your boat.
We didn't encounter him. He fucking
sort of showed up.
manifested.
I don't know what
Just,
you're
like,
talking about.
literally just
He
like,
just...
I'm here now.
Man's here.
Hello, I am here now.
It can be hard to find the man in the boat.
Hello,
I am the
hello.
Lorax, and I speak for the trees. Litter my forest, and I'll break your fucking knees.
And then Cheesy's just gonna fucking like cuck us and go straight to the half orcs and their pinata.
No,
Excuse me,
I'm
that
not
was very
actually.
important.
We'll get to it. So,
The Pinata arc was great.
as the three of you are faced with this strange old man, twigs in his beard, helps over him.
Yours is gonna draw the black blade and get ready to fucking charge him because she's spooked.
Okay.
I love how Jesus just like, you fuck? Seriously?
Didn't he speak?
Yeah, he did.
He did speak.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's also speaking in her mind. And he appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Fuck
if
yeah,
it's
that
smart
too.
enough to speak, then it needs to die. That's
Yeah.
the rules.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not a
I
normal thing
respect
that
it.
people do.
I respect it.
Okay. So you're drawing the blade?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you attacking him, or are you just getting ready?
I'll draw the blade and hold it out to him and say, you have exactly 5 seconds to tell us why you're here.
Then you're gonna pop like 6 dances.
Stop. Well, I was going to all offer you one question, but I suppose that will be yours. I'm here to help, of sorts. Now you, brass one. Now you get one question.
Fucking genie?
No, I'm answering questions. I'm
what
not
I mean.
granting. I'm not granting witches. But yeah, he points at Ali and just kind of. Now you get a question.
Choose to defer.
What is your name?
Ah. Okay. Didn't want to answer this one, I'll be honest. Well, to answer your question with information nobody asked for, I will give you a name. It's not my name,
Copy.
but we will call me by that name because that's how things work. Sid. You can call me Sid. Sid's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Simply put, there's power in names, and the more people know my name, the more power I would gain. And frankly, I would much like to die. Anyways, you big one, you get a question.
Yeah, fucking.
If you want to die, what can kill you?
That's also a very good question. It'd be very easy if everyone just forgot I existed, or my name. That's normally how things work.
That
you-
seems awfully deity-ish to me, but
I'm not saying I'm not, but I'm also not saying I am.
And I told you last night that
Mm-mm.
I'm not playing any fucking games here. Are you the one who's been in my head?
maybe he's Faye?
Okay, we'll go to a second round of questions. That's fine. Yes.
But I don't think I made myself clear. I'm not playing any fucking games.
I thought we were just having a conversation.
Doesn't feel like a casual conversation.
You're asking me for information. I'm giving you
You're
information.
giving us half answers
Eh,
and bare truths.
I mean, you are getting a answer. I could give you no answer. Now you shiny one, you get a question.
Can I cast Zone of Truth?
Are you asking me, or are you asking me as a DM, or asking him?
No, you gotta say yes. You can.
I mean, the answer to both
You
is
have to
yes,
say yes.
but is that your question?
If the answer to both is yes, I'm casting Zone of Truth.
Okay, go ahead. Is that your question to him?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you, big one.
Head empty.
Are you Faye?
Holy crap! What the fuck?
No, the Fae are nasty, filthy things, and I want nothing to do with them.
Okay, deity it is then. Thanks. That helps. I don't think stabbing's going to work. Just, yeah, thought you might. I mean, you're welcome to try it, but I don't think it's going to work.
And again, he faces towards you, your sins. And again, my dear, do you have another question? That would make 3.
If you genuinely believe that you're here to help, what do you think you're going to be helping against?
Or that depends on what you want. I'm not
How much longer,
omnipotent.
I'm sick and tired of this.
As you go to try to ask the man with the boat, it's when you start to notice that
He's fucking gone.
no, he's there.
Okay.
You're watching the trees, kind of shape and the dirt kind of move away, and it seems like this river is running itself, and it seems like the forest is moving out of the way, and this river is flowing, but it's not at the speed you would expect. It's almost slow, like time has been slowed down or stilled. As you call out to the man helming the little boat, there's no response, and he almost moves the move in slow motion as you are locked in conversation with this being.
Are you affecting the time around us?
Okay, you had one more question. Now you're giving me like 2 more, and that's like 5. And no one else had the third. It's kind of skipping the line.
Well, you've become a pain in my arse, so I think I deserve some more answers. Are you the one manipulating the time around us, or are you manipulating the time around us?
I am the one in charge of the forest, is the easiest way to put that. If I want it to happen here, it happens here. Granted, not everything here is under my control, but for the most part. Some mortals can be fickle things.
You're in charge of this forest specifically?
This one and others. What is
Then how are
that
you affecting...
thing on my screen? What is that?
There were emotes in the Pokemon chat thing, so what's that? What is that? Is that the
Oh.
Pokemon?
Is that a Pokemon?
What is this?
You literally have a fly.
Oh, it is the Pokemon thing. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Gotta catch that
It's a
shit.
tiny
Get on
little
it.
ninja.
Get on it.
That's just like, I'm like, what the fuck?
You literally just have a fly on screen.
That shit had me so confused. I was like, is there a fly on my fucking thing? Alright, let's put him in the fucking corner. Jesus Christ.
This is
Nice,
awesome.
that's just a massive.
That was
fly.
making me so fucking paranoid. Holy
They're
fuck.
watching. They're watching
Where did...
you.
Oh my
Oh,
god, where did the Pokemon go?
Did I catch it? No, doesn't look like
Oh
it.
my god, I'm
Yeah.
fucking sweating, bro.
Oh, it's right there. The Pokemon's literally right there.
Yeah, right in front of you.
Oh my god. My fucking
It's
pits were sweating.
specifically in the
I
DM
thought-
box.
I thought my fucking overlay was breaking. I was panicking. Okay, now that I know it's a Poke... Oh shit, the other one's broken too? Oh, it's fine. We'll just leave the ninja... Oh, I don't know what else is gonna spawn because of this, but we'll leave it there. It's fine. We'll make it a... It's a thing now. It's a thing now. Sorry, I got ADHD. What was happening?
Hide it somewhere.
No, it's
Good
gonna stay
question.
there.
There were questions. I don't remember what the question asked was.
If you're the keeper of the forest, then how are you affecting my mind so far away from it?
Okay, I think we're gonna go around to everyone else's questions first, and then we'll come back to you. You, shiny one.
Oh boy.
We can skip you for now. You, big buff guy.
How do we summon you again?
You don't. She could. Wait, how did two people catch the ninja? Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna question the bot. I'll just let the bot do its thing.
For fuck's sake.
I didn't even want it. I just wanted to know if it worked.
It does
I
work.
didn't even get it. This is bullshit.
I don't know how the bot works. I honestly have only had it for like one stream.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
Anyways,
I have literally every vehicle always happening around me at the same time. This is...
and you, my dear, and all of your pressing questions.
How you summon him again? We might find that useful at the witch's place.
Oh, would I be able to summon you in the future?
You could ask nicely.
You've been rather cheeky considering all the fucking questions I've been fucking asking you and all the nice things that I've been asking you before I decided to go to this fucking witch.
Okay, well, you were a little aggressive, and maybe we got off on the wrong foot.
Oh, did we now?
I mean, I've been kind of making sure you don't die, which has been fairly good.
Again, with this bullshit, taking claim for my skills?
I mean, I could put you back.
What do you mean, put me back?
And he reaches up, and he snaps his fingers.
Oh,
And in a flash, you find yourselves out of the boat,
back!
and back in the middle of the forest. Right at the familiar place.
At like the campsite where we found the lizard, or
No, where you guys first exited the tree.
There it
A
is.
familiar spot. And he begins to walk around, pacing around, and just... and he's counting, pacing.
I should have asked if stabbing works.
you should have
was-
asked if stabbing worked.
About...
Wait, we
Fine.
don't have to. We could experiment.
I'm not in the mood to deal with this spirit or this fae.
I don't... That's... Okay, I'll let that one slide. I get it, you're a little angry. That's okay.
A little angry. Sorry, did I misjudge your species? Or what are you? It's only like you've refused to tell us exactly what you are at every single point that we fucking asked.
It's not that I don't want to answer, it's more like I don't really have the answer.
What do you mean you don't have the answer?
You start to lose track of things after a couple thousand years.
Alright, how did you get in my head?
Well, you let me in.
What do you mean I let you in?
He takes a seat on the ground and, with a hand, takes in a handful of dirt. It was... And he rubs it in his fingers and lets the dirt kind of fall to the ground. Around here, when I first found you, you didn't want to die, and I made sure you didn't. And it would be in my best interest, or well, I guess yours, to also not die. I kind of have some bets to win, and you dying would make me pay some money that I don't want to.
What's your gamble in this? Yeah.
You tend to find games to play once you do everything else.
I
Fair
didn't,
enough.
I didn't know that your patron was a Chad.
Yursa's gonna look over to Alethus and Goliath and do just a quick look around to ensure that she is in the forest near her original home.
But what?
And then yeah. Just that we're in the forest where she was left as a baby.
Right.
Just to confirm. Okay.
Yep.
And then she's gonna look at Goliath. I will explain to you later where my accent is gone. Now's not the time to be dealing with that shit.
Hmm?
And then back
Okay.
to the entity. I haven't been here in nearly 20 years. You've been in my head for 20 fucking years?
Well, if you don't want to listen to me, then you don't hear me. That's kind of how it works. But when your mind is a little bit more open, you can hear some new things.
I'm playing Black Magen. Sweet.
You don't think that thing granted you new abilities. It's more of awakened what you already had.
There we go. Now you're giving me credit.
Well, okay. We'll let that one be for now. But, here's what. I can tell that, Four's a crowd, so I'll leave you with this. And he snaps his fingers again, and 2 doorways appear. They're kind of just doors in door frames, and they're just kind of standing in the middle of nothing. One seems to be of a lighter kind of birch wood, another one that is a kind of a reddish wood. The one to your right is if you want to go back to your friends, or if you want to continue this mostly pointless journey to the witch to answer whatever that you want to, I guess. You can do that. I'm gonna go do things, because I have things to do that are totally important and not being made up at this moment. But let me know.
One more question
Okay.
before you go. Will going to the witch give me more answers? The ones that you refuse to give me?
Depends on the questions. Though, I don't think she knows quite as much as me. Nice lady, though. Very nice.
So you've met her?
She lives in my forest. I know of everyone that lives in this forest.
Oh my god.
Some people know me by other names, and that's not important. Anyways, and he snaps his fingers, and he vanishes in a cloud of smoke.
Ah, yes, the stalker of the woods.
Hey.
So apparently we're being left with more questions than I originally intended.
Yeah. Okay. So, summing up, you've had contact with what appears to be some kind of minor god. And you're not Scottish. Whatever that is.
A great revelation.
I'll take this as a compliment, but my accent was not that good.
I would know. How do you come from around here?
Why is that the conclusion you... Okay, I'm just... Alright.
Oh, we all
There's
know.
there's a large number of people who want me dead, and the further I step away from my original identity, the safer I am.
Okay, you could have just led with that. I'm probably being hunted by slavers right now, so I get it.
And you haven't thought
Is
to think of
your
an
accent fake?
Or yeah, is your accent?
I am no. I stand out. An
Accent is
accent
outside
isn't
her
going to
range of
change.
hearing.
What was
I
that?
don't.
Said my accent is outside her range of hearing.
I don't
Line
think.
from Portal 2.
Yeah, I don't think an accent is going to change the fact that I look like a giant grey man with scales and very distinctive tattoos.
We'll get to that later. Do we?
Oh, okay.
Oh my God! So what do I do in this situation? If we
Flip a
go
coin?
to the witch, we might get some answers still.
Well,
I mean, we could always head back. If nothing else, the witch knows the way back. And if not, well, I could ask Dad for a ride.
well,
What do you mean? What do you mean? Ask Dad for a ride?
You'll see. If it
Okay,
if it comes
that's
up, you'll see.
We're learning more things about Goliath here than I expected. I thought we'd learn more about Yursa. No, we're learning about Goliath now.
This is really just for Goliath. None of this is about your son.
None of it's for yours. I also happen to notice that you changed my race on my character card. It's no longer listed as human. I like it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I don't think we're here for answers from the witch. I'm here for you to get answers from the witch.
Yes, but I've dragged you into the middle of. Do you realize how far away we originally were from these woods?
Yes, I'm very aware. That doesn't
Yes.
change the situation.
Do
At the
you
end
know
of the
where
day,
we are?
I accompany.
You know where we are. That's good enough.
At the end of the day, I accompanied you. We accompanied you. This
Hold on, I need
is
to remember where
your
I came
objective.
Yours says to check the map. Hold on, where are we actually?
Where are we actually? Did I
I'm at
actually write it down in
Soup.
my backstory?
Where are you right now? I'm at Soup.
I'm at soup.
I'm at soup.
Where the fuck is the map, Chisu? There it is.
It's
never mind.
pinned in
I'm
out of
at
character.
soup.
Which, by the way, if you give a tier 3 sub, you can see our out of character general chat. We can see all the shitty memes we post.
Oh no, you can see me and Kumo having a completely separate conversation.
Yeah. Or
Yeah, we're
if you
talking
just
about
give
anime.
a normal tier 1 sub or your prime, you can see our roles and our in character stuff and our PNGs and other stuff.
The half-orcs are having a completely different conversation right now.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm
so
subbed
we
purely
are-
so I can know what I rolled.
Where
The pinata
where
parties just
we were in
vibe.
Modengay, right?
Correct. Modengay is the capital.
Okay, so we were just in Modengay.
Yeah.
And these forests.
Mhm.
I'm gonna butcher this, Chisu. I'm really sorry.
No, it's okay.
These forests are near. God, it's the S one. How do you pronounce that?
Sorrel? Are we talking about?
No. The big one that ends in mock. Sockley mock.
Which one are you talking about?
Left of Modengay, past Chilbro.
Oh, okay. Yeah?
How do you
Oh, yeah.
pronounce that? How do you pronounce that?
Isn't it Sorleymock?
Is that an
You
R?
made
Because
the
it
map,
looks
how do
like
you
a K,
not
my
know?
dude.
Most of them are
You
Mo-
decide that.
most of them are generated names, I'll be honest.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna call it Sorley mock.
Yeah.
Oh, it is a K, so it's Sockleymock. Yeah.
Sockley mock. Okay.
Yep.
Look,
Look.
I'll be honest,
We're-
most of these country names are named by goblins who half of them are jokes.
That's fair.
Fair.
In hour ago, we were in Modengay.
Mm-hmm.
This is Mr. Mime.
We're currently in Sockley mock.
I've realized
Yeah.
I was muted while trying to talk to you guys, but it's I believe it's Suklimok.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sockley mock.
I'm from a lot further away than so this is spitting distance to me.
Okay, I'm. The reason I bring up the distance is we were magically teleported here through a portal in a tree.
Yeah?
And apparently the witch is near these forests?
Well, not necessarily. It's another portal, so it could be over in fucking literally anywhere. Maybe not even this realm. We don't know.
I get my power from a god, and you're drawing the line at a magic tree.
Yeah. We've seen weirder. We are weirder.
It's these moments in D&D that I live.
This is the closest I've ever been to potentially being influenced by a divine being, okay? This is a little shell-shocking for me.
Okay.
Hasn't
I'll
Ali like
roll-
healed you before? That's if she gets a power direct from a god, so isn't that like closer
Yes,
influence from a divine?
But she healed me.
Alright.
Alright, that's it. And Yursa's just gonna walk through the witch door.
Okay.
Alright. We should follow quickly before something happens.
Correct.
Now, team
Yeah.
Hispanic orc. I don't know.
Excuse me, it's just orcs. It's just orcs.
There's a joke in there somewhere. But as you guys are at the party, you guys have the wonderful gift ceremony where you guys are able to set up your gifts and Shelly opens them. There's I got the fucking mime. You guys have delicious cake. I'm deciding if I would really want to say the joke that's in my head or let it just dissipate. But yeah, let's just say there's a lot of milks in that cake.
She got the present.
Yeah, I mean you handed it to her.
Well, yeah,
if you go on it,
did she open it?
she unwraps it in front of you and just kind of looks excited at first and then takes it out and then is really confused and just thank you.
You never know when you'll need a dagger.
Oh, to like got
There goes
someone
the-
alive.
Bix was talking while you said that. What?
What do you say, Vix?
No,
There goes the
you.
figure.
You said something
No,
while Bix
she
was
just
talking.
she just looks into your eyes and just, you mean like to gut someone alive?
If you need to.
Yeah, why not?
I'll cherish it forever.
It's from Zhang too.
Ah,
It's making it worse.
and she immediately grabs it by the back of the blade, carefully keep the edge away from her, and lightly starts to chew on the handle as if something, and then she's like, oh, okay. Puts it back in the box.
Cool.
Bang usually give food.
Kodo looks over to Gatum and is just like, "This is going great."
I'm gonna return a very worried look.
Yeah, and she kind of like leans over to look past you guys and just, did his girlfriend come or no?
Who Zhang's?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh,
He's not able to show up, but I don't think she did either.
oh. Maybe they're having a special date night again.
I want to talk
I'm
to you sometime tomorrow.
more worried.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow to talk to you about something.
Okay. Well, as far as the pinata goes,
Uh-oh.
Shelby, after letting some of the other kids go first, with one swing, beats the shit out of the pinata, and it immediately busts open. Which is gonna be the first and only net 20 I get tonight. So,
Nice.
but eventually, you guys have your little celebration. There's a, small party, not that many people, maybe like a dozen or so kids, and a few other adults and people that, are in the orphanage.
I think Kodo also goes by. Who runs the orphanage?
Kai.
And Kodo goes over to Kai and just asks, "Can I talk to do you know what happened to Zhang?"
Kai is this very old, kind of sickly old woman. Out of everyone there, it seems like most of the kids there are some kind of beastkin. But it is this old, kind of human woman. And just Hmm? What did you say?
Oh.
As soon as Coda realizes that's what she is, she's just like, "Hey, I need to talk to. I'm coming by tomorrow to talk to Shelby again. Is that okay?"
Okay.
Great. All right. Yeah, that's set up now.
Okay.
I can go back to the party.
Yeah. Eventually the festivities go around. Do you guys are doing things particular, or you just kind of enjoy the party?
Yeah, I'm just trying to help make sure that Shelby has a good day.
Okay. If you want to roll, the both of you, a persuasion or a performance roll.
Oh,
All right.
sweet. And I has the tiara been added?
To Tiara, you should have it. I mean, you might not have it on your sheet,
Right.
but I did make it.
I don't have it on the sheet. But that does work for persuasion though, right?
To switch
Got an
around
18.
your persuasion stuff, yeah. An 18? Okay.
Okay. What does it do for persuasion?
It
'Cause
switches
I don't
out
have
your.
that in front of me.
I can pull
Okay,
it up.
yeah.
I forgot what it switches, but it gives you some bonus to persuasion.
It switches persuasion and intimidation, right?
Yeah.
Everyone is more convincing in a tiara.
Got it.
Yep.
Well, it's a 12. Wait, don't I get advantage too? No, I don't get advantage. I probably don't.
For the most part,
check.
got him very much. The kids are enjoying him. He's fun.
The
There-
kids love
Because
God.
there-
Bottom is a child.
Yeah. They're a little weird around you, Coda, but nothing too strange. Not like it's off-putting.
I think there's like points where like something happens to Shelby and she gets way too overprotective about it. It's like, no, let Shelby win. It's like she wants to make sure Shelby has the best birthday possible and is kind of ruining it slightly.
All the kids there are gonna hate Shelby.
Yeah.
She's like ruining it slightly. Like that's what it's I think that's what a 12 gets. They're like, she's ruining it slightly.
I mean,
like,
12's not bad.
hey, what are you doing?
If it was an 8, you'd be ruining it. 12 is like,
Yeah,
it's okay.
Okay.
But yeah, eventually, towards the end of the night, I'm assuming you guys are spending most of the day there.
Yeah.
You guys eventually sit at the table with Shelby and, her more closer friends. Isabel is the one running this small game for Shelby, and she's super into it. You can tell that out of all the people there, she's the most excited to play. Isabel was kind of running the game and describing the scene. You guys are... I said it last game that, it was meme characters, but if you guys want to go ahead and make up a character for this scenario, by all means. Shelby is Princess Wendy, who has employed you guys to help her make a alliance with some of the other kingdoms. So, you are some of that nature. That's a story that is mostly being told to you guys.
Okay.
So-
It is.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
You go ahead first. I'm still trying to think.
Okay, I am going to be a lizard folk named Ronaldus.
Okay.
Nice. Coda is not very creative, and she just creates a full orc and names it Dagnar Bupkis.
Okay. The other two kids at the table they look like maybe half elvish or something. You see their ears are pointed. They're not fully human. Maybe halfling. But one kid, you can see his hair is kind of greenish. His name is Balazar. And he's playing Harold, one of the High Knights of White Castle. And you have Neil, who's playing Kumar of White Castle. Shelby.
Oh wait, should I have said what Coda's Coda obviously makes her class a barbarian because she knows nothing else.
Yeah, that's fine. But Shelby plays a human princess and is the only human character, it seems. If you guys want to roll performance or persuasion or sleight of hand, depending on how you want to play this game with the kids. You wanna fudge your rolls? Actually, that's not how you spell his name. I have his name spelled right here.
I mean, it stands.
It'll never come up again after this, probably. Maybe. Who knows?
What
Who
is-
knows?
Oh, Kumar.
Of White
Oh,
Castle.
should I type in Dagnar? Yes.
Yeah,
There are
whichever
arrows
rules
as
you
well.
guys want to make for enjoying this game.
I'm gonna do persuasion then.
Okay.
Even worse. It's still a 10, but
I will also roll persuasion. 17.
With the group, even though Shelby is the one in charge, it seems like Gotham pretty much takes the lead on the game and becomes the group-appointed leader, against his will or not.
No, this is good. Ronaldus is a part of the Golden Arch cult. We'll convert everyone.
God, no, not this.
Well, you're actually fighting Ronald, but that's a whole other thing. Oh no, that's a betrayal.
Coda has to act like Coda accidentally. Actually, no, she doesn't make. With this roll, now that I see it's a 10, she doesn't make a barbarian. She makes a wizard and is like fumbling through her spells every single time it comes to her.
You don't have a horrible time. You're not, you're not a star player at the table. You're not
Yeah,
horrible. You're just,
like-
you're enjoying the game. It's fun. The other kids are,
You're only there for the roleplay.
Yeah, pretty
Neil-
much. As I said, she's fumbling through her spells every time it gets to her.
Neil
She
seems
did
like,
not expect it to be this hard.
Neil struggles through a lot of his stuff. It doesn't seem like he gets a lot of fun during the night. A lot of it seems to be stumbling over his stuff. Kind of, it seems like he's dragged there by his friend. But Balazar is enjoying it. And you can tell that every time he gets really into character and lets out a great speech, even Isabel gets a little flustered. Go ahead and make a second roll, guys.
Again, just like whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Sleight of hand if you want to cheat your rolls, performance if you want to get really into character.
Oh yes.
Or
She-
persuasion.
She really popped up right there. 25.
Did you really?
Yeah, I rolled 25.
Wow.
Yeah. Second search of the game, it goes fantastic. Let's roll for them. Okay. Shelby has a 19, but with bonuses, I think it's a 22. That has Balazar at a 9, and Neil with a natural 1. Neil dies. Sadly, Kumar of White Castle dies. He doesn't make it to the
No.
end. But Isabel weaves this story of Ronaldus being usurped by this false king, and at the end of it, your throne is restored, and you are given back your kingdom, Ronaldus.
But what about Dagnar Bupkis?
Free Ronaldus meals for all.
Eventually, Shelby lets out a speech of alliance, trying to create peace between the countries and a safe place for races of all kinds, beasts or not. And it's a pretty good night. As
What
far
did Dagnar Bupkis do?
you save the people,
Kiss.
the civilians, the individuals.
Dagnar Bupkis called on like a really cool lightning bolt spell, and that was kind of it. But like, it was so cool.
Yeah,
Everyone's gonna be
they
talking
had
about it for
they had a great first fight, but then there was like 3 other fights, and like I used all of my spells. I'm tapped, guys. You gotta protect me. I am squishy.
But I rolled a 25 on that. Like, come on.
It was fantastic, but
I know.
spell slots
It
are
was a
spell
great
slots.
first round.
But as the hero, you slay Ronald to help Ronaldus take the throne back. As far as Ursa, Ali, and Goliath, eventually you guys open this door and you find yourself in a city. It's strange. You step through it and you're not quite sure if you're in the right place. But you take a moment and it's busy. There's market streets, there's stands, there's carts, there's shopping. It's almost no different than the capital, but it's smaller. It's like a small town, maybe. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to post the other one. As you step through, you see a lot of curious individuals. A lot of them tattered robes, pelts. And you feel like it's the wrong place at first, but eventually you notice that the trees or the homes aren't built. These several floor buildings aren't built, but trees that have been shaped into these nice, carefully shaped boxes. And eventually, some of these people walk up to you and just, oh, new arrivals? So soon? Ah, what brings you three here?
Ursa will just kind of pull her skull down a little bit, trying to obscure her face a little bit more. We're seeking the witch.
Oh, okay. Um, sure, right this way. And it's a small little kind of halfling man, kind of has a hunch, and he leads you through the town, and you can see it's busy. It's not, a hermit village, but it seems like it's very busy. You see some people in kind of familiar attire of, gi and other robes. And it's familiar, but eventually you're led into this building, and it's extravagant, but it's by no means bigger than anything else. It definitely seems like people on the outside have decorated it to make it stand out from the others, but naturally wasn't made to be different or unique. But eventually you guys are let in, and he closes the door behind you. You guys are met in this mostly well-lit room. It's like a small kind of house. And there's this woman. You can see that there are skulls, candles set upon them all across the room. This woman sits in kind of this large tapestry on the floor. There are banners behind her, and twigs, and jars that are filled with all kinds of spices and herbs. And she waits for you guys to come in. You're just like, oh, I want to hear where you guys came from. Come in.
Take a step closer.
Okay. And you walk in, you can see that there are pillows on the ground for you guys to sit upon, and you, upon seeing her closer, see that she is kind of sitting on a larger pillow that's maybe a little nicer, a little less worn than the other ones. Seems like the other ones maybe have gotten, heavy use from them. But there's maybe
She'll,
like 6 or so pillows on the floor.
She'll sit on one of the pillows.
Okay. I assume Ali and Goliath also do it.
Oh no, Goliath's going to lean in a door frame or on
Okay.
a wall.
Easy enough. There's a fancy, like lattice arch doorway. It's almost like it's set for a garden, but it's it's been placed indoors. But even the furniture in here seems like it has been naturally grown rather than placed.
Organic furniture.
We come from Motengay.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Well, then how did you know where to find us?
Certain dojo told us vaguely how to get here.
That's not right. The solstice is away for a few months.
We're not here for training.
Oh. How strange.
We're here because I've got a bit of an issue, and I was hoping a soothsayer or some sort of, well, I guess a witch would be able to help me with it.
Oh. Okay. So, Ula didn't send you three here?
No.
No,
Oh,
we're just here to make sure nothing happens to her.
I see. Okay, well, it's nice to know that the dojo is still there. What did you come for then from me?
Last night I started hearing a voice in my head, and it
Have you seen a
refused to tell
doctor?
me. Seriously?
Sometimes it's a medical thing, or is it like creepy? Like it's
It's very creepy. And I referred to my cleric here, and she said there's really nothing that she could do, but she said that she felt a celestial presence.
The woman looks over at you, Ali, and just... And what drew you to the conclusion of something celestial?
I mean, let's just say I have ways of finding out whether or not something is a good thing or a bad thing.
Hmm. Okay, well,
It doesn't necessarily seem like a good thing, but it also doesn't seem like a bad thing.
Well, if a god's in your head, then perhaps you are chosen. Has this only been recently?
Very recent, as of last night.
Oh,
And it manifested itself in a semi physical form on our way here. A man with a bear pelt on his back and wolf gauntlets on his arms, and a similar stag skull on his head, twigs in his beard. And he said that he knew of you, but he refused to give us his name or what he was. He just was rather frustrating, I'll be honest.
Ali, you want to go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay.
Or I guess Goliath too, since you're also kind of chilling in the doorway.
$16.
16. Goliath, what'd you get?
Yep, that's what my perception was.
Yes.
18.
Okay. I mean, it's high enough. As you guys can see, I mean, this room is, it's not super bright lit, but it's decently lit. At this, you guys would notice that in some parts of the room there seem to be smaller altars, and kind of off to the corner behind her, you see a larger kind of, not so much a shrine, but a larger altar. And you see these kind of paintbrushed depictions of things. One you can see of a great kind of chimera-looking beast, and it's looks like it's throwing trees, is on one tapestry. Another one looks like some kind of half undead were-deer folk thing, and that one is throwing rocks. But you see one behind her, and while also strange like the other two, it almost vaguely matches the man you guys encountered. And you can see across all of them, you can see maybe a name or some title written beside them. What language can you guys read?
Common draconic giant.
Common, druidic, dwarvish, infernal.
Okay, so Ali, you would
But
be
I
able to read it.
can, yeah. Okay.
You would be able to read the first one is... I'll have to double check that one. The second one's the kind of were deer is a lattice, and I'll have to look up the first one. But you do see that the last one's name is Sylvanus.
Sylvanus. And what language is that in?
Druidic.
Druidic, okay.
We know who that guy is, right? Yeah.
Ali will point out the tapestry. He looked like that individual, correct?
At this point, the woman turns around and faces it and just... You encountered him?
Sylvanus.
I guess he said that this forest was his.
Oh, well, it is.
What is
Though,
he?
for lack of better words, a god, or at least used to be.
Yes. Continue.
Used to be?
But his place, this, at least, he holds on to what he used to have, which is this land. But while the forest may be his, the earth isn't. There used to be a story. Some ways away. The name of the place escapes me. But they made a deal with him. And it's said that, they kind of passed generations, and the traditions kind of lost meaning, but still honored him and gave him power even long after he was forgotten. You're not allowed to waste within his woods. You're not allowed to destroy his woods, and he would give back and protect you. That goes for the dead. All of things obtained in a hunt would be used, from the bones to all of the entrails. Fur used for clothing and other things.
Sounding very familiar to me. Would this sound familiar to Yursa?
Roll a history check. Or religion.
Do I have? Okay, I've got nothing in either. So we're rolling blind. 7.
Okay. It's a little foggy. You try to think on how you were raised, how things were. He wasn't so much as a good god, but he wasn't seen as an evil god. He just simply was. In traveling with, your friends now, your new party, you've heard bits and pieces about him. He's known as not so much a mad god, not so much a trickster god, but definitely a chaotic one at that. He does what he does, which is govern over his domain, which is the forest. And he grants boons to people. Bao has mentioned it before, and so has Mai, that he is seen as the grandfather of all lycanthropes. So anyone with some beast transformation would often pray to him. And whether or not they would know his name is often referring to him as the Beast Father or something. They would often pray to him for things. Some people would offer the remains of their hunt, their pelts, skulls, blood, or meat from an animal they killed to try and gain the power and essence of it. And while some traditions would do it, there's been stories of him twisting some things. But that's kind of you get from that. But from leading from that, the woman kind of leads on. Though sometimes he has a different way of blessings. Sometimes he answers your prayers with maybe perhaps not the way you wanted them answered. Some people ask for protection, and they get it. But perhaps their body changes into something different. But he does grant gifts to all. You just have to learn to appreciate them. Though, why he picked you, though, no disrespect, I am not quite understanding. He's now recently been in your head?
Yes, and well, not recently. He's claimed to have been here for, well, since I was a baby.
That's such a strange thing. I mean, there are stories of those touched by gods, their lives spared, granted some twisted sense of immortality. I've had a few come here with stories like that. One of them found buried in the dirt, came to life. Quite a nice guy. And two other siblings. One of them kind of the same, but the one twisted. Some kind of a hunt for the souls the other people needed. Ending a cycle of rebirth, probably. They would know more, maybe. Though, I believe they would still be with Ul.
With Ul?
With Ul, yeah, at the dojo. I would assume he would still be in
I was about
charge.
to ask if they would be at the dojo, because those siblings sound very familiar. Do you have any way of determining his intent or making him speak truths instead of dancing around questions? He refused to be direct with us. I tried to get as much information as I could out of him, but
Well, like all magical beings, it's more difficult to get a straight answer. Some of it is them not want to put it. It's not that they want to be right, it's they don't want to be telling you some untruth. Sometimes just enough of the answer is better than having something that wholly isn't. Though I don't suppose he would mean any ill will. He might have a twisted way of helping, maybe. I mean, he's gave us all this safe place and a haven for all of us to live in. Everyone coming here for some protection, some help. While
there's
he...
also twisted boons, as you mentioned earlier.
Some people ask for strength. Sometimes he gives it in the shape of an animal. Their body getting twisted, but they ask for strength. It's almost like a genie's wish, but genie more finds entertainment in twisting things, while a creature of great power and limits only on beasts and forests, he has only so many tools in his arsenal, I suppose. What are your names?
I'm Yursa.
I am Alethus.
She looks over at you, Goliath.
You don't need to know.
Okay, I won't pry. Not some disgusting thing that would steal your names. Such stupid stories. Though true, but also stupid.
Not
There's-
suspicious.
As long as you don't take my pronouns.
You will no
She
longer
said-
be referred
she
to.
said, "What are your names?" She didn't say, "May I have your name?"
Yeah.
As somebody who's played a fae at LARP before, you got to be very careful on the wording.
Yeah. Well, no need to address my titles. She gives a little half bow. My name is Ivy. Though if you need to, you've come to stay, you are more than welcome. Though I imagine you didn't come to be a resident here.
No, that was not our intent. I think we might have all the answers that we would need on the situation here. But I do have one more question for you.
Hmm.
What do you know of the Blackthorns?
They are disgusting. They make pacts with beings and break them years later. Liars. an enemy of the forest. I would not be surprised if one day the forest would come for them, though that's not in my agenda to be the one to do that.
Nearest is just going to ball her hands on her thighs as she's sitting on the pillow. I think that's all I needed. Thank you. And she'll tip her hat or tip her head a little bit before
Milady.
Look out. She'll tip her head a little bit before standing up. Is there any words you wish for me to give Wu?
And she kind of presses her hands together and just,
Still owes me $50.
Tell him I want my money.
you can tell him that she takes a moment to think about it. If he ever needs my company, I'm here waiting.
Oh.
So,
Ah.
I suppose that's it then.
New quest: get Wu laid.
New mission in life. All right.
If you need help getting back, I'm sure someone can find you the shortest path.
That would certainly be helpful.
That would definitely be helpful. Thank you again.
Of course.
She'll give another nod before turning to leave.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do before trying to head out from this little strange village?
I think the goal is now to get back to the dojo.
Yeah. As you guys make your way out, you're met with a familiar face who also seems to be traveling to meet the witch. And you guys meet the boatman again, and he looks lost.
And likely very confused. Weren't you back here?
He looks at you guys and then looks behind him and just... Okay.
Tis a long story. Apologies for suddenly vanishing. It wasn't really our say.
Well, I got here, though I guess you guys didn't make the trip or also made it before me. Okay.
Sometimes you blink and you miss the entire trip.
However, we are needing to get back to Moringe if you could manage, or even back to the forest where we found you.
Okay. I will go unbury my boat again. And eventually, he leads you out, unearths the area of the forest and uncovers his boat and sets it onto a small river. And as you guys all load into it again, you guys kind of disappear in the forest.
I just love this guy. He was taking you somewhere. Then you disappear and he's like, well, I mean, this was the job. I guess I'll get there. And he gets there and you're already there. Like, think about him. Think about how he feels.
The world's most
lag was real bad.
the world's most confused taxi driver.
And then you're just like, cool, take us back now. He's like, are you gonna stay? Are you gonna pay the fare this time? Or
Eventually, you guys get on the boat, and it's a rather
like when
short.
you order a taxi in GTA, and then you just press skip to destination.
Yeah. Eventually, as you guys get on the boat, you do make it back to Moringe. However, you're on the dock side of the city. And eventually he sets his boat across the docks and just... Okay, what did you guys do there? You know what? I don't want to know. It's okay.
Alright. Is that our fare that we have to pay?
What fare?
I like that answer. Let's go.
Didn't want to get stabbed later on. Who knows?
who knows? Somebody might stab your hand for some reason because you didn't pay money. Never happened to us before, but
Never happened to us at all.
Never. No.
That sounds unfortunate.
Alright. I guess yeah, Yarsa gets out.
Alright. It is a different side of the city. And
Yes, we're gonna have to make a trek back.
so, eventually you guys do kind of head through and on your way back to the dojo, because Team Half Orc is more or less playing the world's longest D&D game. The longest one-shot. Oh, Arm, don't do that. I'm just holding my
Having a great time.
Mhm.
I mean,
Vibes
my
all around.
birthday one shot was 9 hours long.
Yeah, that's about what you guys are about to experience in-game. But you guys head to the city and eventually you pass by the marketplace and it is kind of winding down. It is the... Yes, maybe... I fucking added this thing and I forget that I have it. Look at this. I can just make it sunset. Boom.
Boom.
Boom, it's sunset now.
Nice.
It's the noon. It's in the middle of the day. You guys head to the marketplace, and it is kind of, there's still people going in and shopping. It's not as populated as it would be in the busy hours. But you guys are passing through, you do pass Mugala's shop, and you see that some of the windows are boarded up. It looks like some of the glass has been broken.
That wasn't like that the last time we were here.
Wait, has Yursa ever been to his shop?
Well, yeah, when he was undressing Alethis.
Yeah, everyone was there.
Oh, everyone was there. Okay, that time.
Yeah. She wasn't there, however, when you fucking bullied him.
Yeah, she has no idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's in some gang trouble or something like that. Yeah.
Is that the impression you got last you were here?
Yeah.
Or should we go check on him? He's got important notes.
Oh yeah, yeah. Why not?
All right, we're gonna go see that shop is open.
As you guys go to open the door, you can see that it looks like the doorknob is broken, but the door kind of just swings open. Whatever lock was there, it no longer exists. The door
What's
kind
his
of...
name again? I'm sure
Mugala?
Yursa would know.
Mugala.
Okay.
As you guys come in, there's a small dragonborn. Looks maybe like a kid, maybe like 5 or 6. And he maybe stands about to a little past your knee. Small little thing. And he kind of just looks up at you guys and just... Whoa. You're so ugly.
Wow.
It's not the worst thing I've been called. Where's your parents?
He just looks up and just stares at you just blankly. A few moments pass, and Mugala kind of makes his way out of the back room. So you can see that he's on crutches and kind of comes in and just... Mikey,
Well,
what do
you
you...
look like shit.
Well, I feel like shit, for being completely honest. You can see that since his nose is kind of bandaged, his snout has been wrapped up. He looks fairly injured. His robes are bloodied and tattered, and just... Been better days. Ah, what brings you guys here?
Oh, well,
You
you know,
wanted
we
to
were
check
just
on you?
in the neighborhood and we noticed that the windows were boarded up.
Ah,
What the
yeah.
fuck happened here?
People wanted some information, and I said no. And then they took everything, so I'm in the process of moving because I can no longer afford the shop.
What information did they want and what did they get away with?
Oh, well, they took all my wares. So if you're curious about... He points with the, nodding towards Ellie. As far as regarding her... I'm a man of my word. I don't let those things in the wrong hands.
Insight check.
Roll insight.
24.
He seems honest. He's kind of a dick about it, but, he's being honest.
Well, yeah, I would be a dick too if my ribs got broken.
Mhm.
Well, he was a dick before that. We know that.
He wasn't a...
Uh,
No,
Uh,
we did it. We did it.
Mugala kind of gives a half smile and disappears back in the back rooms. You guys are free to come over in. Over?
Yeah,
In. Whatever. You guys can come. As you go to the back rooms, you can see that it looks like the boards are kind of kicked in, shattered. A lot of it's been broken. Looks like any loose board that has been found was ripped and torn. But eventually Mugalit goes into this place, say above the desk, and presses it, and slides the board across, and takes out a journal. And then hands it over to you. There, it's of no use to me anymore. Suppose it will help you understand more about yourself than I will be able to make money with anyways.
Yersa will look over to Alethis. Did you want us to keep this journal? She'll say in her mind, did you want us to keep this journal? Or did you want to maybe help set him up so he can continue making improvements for you?
I don't know. It's difficult to say at the moment.
I don't
Right.
need it. Anything that I would need to, I already have memorized.
Oh, you've got this all memorized, do you?
Well, of course. If I had to refer to it for notes while they came in, they would have had it.
Aye. Well, your mind's impressive. I was going to offer to write it in an obscure language for you. But if you've already got this memorized, and she'll put it in her pouch.
Though if, for whatever reason, I will be moving shop to the lower ring.
I appreciate you being a man of your word, and I know it's not much, but I hope this will help soften the blow and maybe help you get set up in your new shop. And she'll hand him 100 gold.
100 gold? Alright.
Yep.
Go ahead and mark it off.
Yeah, it's all marked off. It's gone.
Should I point out that the metal one is good at patching people up? And that may be more helpful right now?
Well,
I'm
you
gonna
know,
point
she's
that
not
out.
the only one who can, and Yersa will give him a firm pat on the shoulder and pump in a cure... whatchamacallit? Hold on. I'll cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Okay, go ahead. How much?
Technically, I can do that.
Man, that crunchy. How the fuck did no one catch a stupid ass fucking bunny?
I see how it is.
What do you mean you see how it is?
When you try to out cleric the cleric.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to out cleric the cleric. The
Don't need my
cleric
heals
spells are
anymore,
more
too good for
valuable than
that.
mine. I forget I have spells half the time. Take your
That's-
fucking 8 healing.
8 healing? Okay.
I forget I have spells. Mine are useless. Yours are special. Save them.
Uh-huh.
We can go back to a dojo on fire. We don't fucking know.
True. I'm just here.
Just vibing.
Yeah.
As you do so, you can hear his bones kind of reshape and get back into place, and he stands kind of upright.
Yeah.
That's the most uncomfortable thing about being a healer.
Yeah. he just like takes a moment to just like process it. Just, all right. Okay.
You ever think about how painful that must be, getting your bones back into shape? I mean, it's gonna feel better afterwards, but in the process, man, that's gotta hurt.
He takes a moment, stretches, cracks his back, and just.
I just think about like that one bit in Harry Potter.
Yeah, the bendy bones.
No, not the bendy
Eh?
bone.
He didn't have bendy bones. He had no
He had no
bones at all.
bones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Harry
It's just meat.
breaks his arm and
Had to
then
drink the
first
bone
thing to
growing
remove all
juice.
the bones. Turn him into a noodle man.
Noodle arm.
Gross.
And
Well-
that's the only good thing I'll say about Harry Potter.
Yeah.
That's honestly all I'm good for right now, in this situation. You need someone tracked down. If you need someone killed stealthily, I could help out. But other than that, that's all I can do.
Yeah, I can't help with stealthy killings. I'm sorry. Flashy killings, yes. Unfortunately, lightning isn't very subtle.
No, it's not. You okay, jeez?
Sorry, I was entering a text message. What?
Ah.
It was a weird emergency thing.
Oh no, gotcha. You're so just saying that's all she can do unless you wanted somebody tracked
No.
down and killed stealthily. That's all she could do.
I try not to get involved with those things. I'm gonna go ahead and get back to cleaning up, though I appreciate the visit. I would have locked the door, but don't really have that option right now.
Oh, don't worry. If you'd locked it, I would have just kicked it down anyway, so probably better not.
Okay. Good to know. Anything else you three need?
No, just had a spark of wee concern for you.
A
But-
social call.
Aye,
That's
just a
pretty
social call.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Well, I guess that's everything. I guess we'll go. We'll just like let that peter out naturally.
Yeah.
Bye.
The
Indeed.
little kid is just standing in the doorway and still just kind of staring at you, and just you see Mogala just kind of like lightly smack up on with the back of the hand. Just, Mikey, stop looking at them.
Stop
Wait,
staring.
that one there, just make sure he knows if he calls the wrong person ugly, he might get a harder wallop.
What do you mean? Mikey, what did you do? And he just
Well, so
shrugs and then runs off.
It was specifically Ursa, right, that he called ugly?
Yep.
It's because I'm a pinky. Alright.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do, or you guys leaving a shot?
I think that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
Ursa's got really nothing else going on, so back to the dojo until these two start fucking poking her for questions. If they do.
Oh, I will.
Yeah. So simple enough. You guys make your way back to the dojo. It is the later end of the day. At this point, I would say that Gotham and Coda are probably on their way back. With their concluded game.
Before
Anything else?
Coda, I guess yeah. Before Coda leaves, then the game ends, and Coda then asks asks Shelby I did say that I was gonna come by, but do you want to come over to the dojo tomorrow?
We're not allowed to leave the city.
Wait, is the dojo outside the city?
Yeah, the dojo's outside the city.
Huh. Okay, then yeah, I'll come over. Then be ready for that.
Okay.
Okay, see you then.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Happy birthday.
Am I also coming to this?
Coda just leans over to Gotham. Nah, I mean, you don't have to, but I mean, I would like some backup from somebody to help out, but like, you don't have to.
No, I'll make sure you don't say anything too dumb.
Actually, wait, yeah, like this is a conversation that they're having as they're walking away. Shelby's not nearby. Coda, this is an open conversation here. Yeah, I'm gonna tell her about Zhang. I just didn't want to ruin her birthday.
I figured.
I just didn't want to ruin her birthday because
No, I understand. Just after what I've seen, I don't trust you to tell them delicately.
Oh my
well,
goodness.
I don't exactly trust you to say it delicately either. Who do we know who's gonna say anything delicately?
True, but I feel like if we're both there, then we can watch each other.
We can at least at least there's got to be at least one brain cell between us.
Exactly.
For VTubers, we only have the one communal brain cell.
I will scour my books for anything I can find on
There's got to
grief.
be grief stuff in there, like how to give it to them lightly. But
There's
I mean,
a book on Terabithia I know of.
Oh.
Oh man, I never actually read the book. I only saw the movie.
Anyways,
But I guess do you think we should because I mean, Shelby does seem like a strong kid. Like when I told her, you know, the little lie about him going upstate, like she didn't seem that like concerned. Do you think she's strong enough to handle this?
I have no idea.
You know what? Technically speaking, while us as the players were not in that entire session with her, the characters were. Would we have a good read on it? Can I roll like
Yeah, roll
an
insight.
check? Yeah, to see if like she could handle the truth.
I would say roll insight with advantage because you spent like probably 4 or 5 hours with her.
Both of us, or
Whoever you
I think,
both
yeah,
can.
I'm asking you the question too. So
You both can. Yeah,
okay.
you guys definitely formed a bond after that.
and you said with advantage, right? Please say
Yeah,
with
yeah,
advantage.
you both have advantage.
Okay.
You do notice that most of the time, while not favoriting a player, Isabel kind of did definitely seem to have a crush on Balazar.
10.
Damn, we are not good at this.
No.
I mean, she definitely seemed ready to fight stuff, though most of the conflicts in the game seemed like she wanted to solve kind of diplomatically. It's hard to tell if that was like her character or how she is.
Yeah,
I mean, they're kids. How good can they be at role playing?
yeah, that's really it. Like, and like when she got the knife, it was like she was excited to, like, you know, gut some people, which I
That
mean,
did worry me.
bit concerning, but you know, like, you know, at least she's got some protection. But like, if she wants to go out and kill the guy who killed Zhang, I mean, we don't even know who did it.
Yeah, I don't like any of this.
Yeah, I mean, in our culture, I mean, it should be seen as like, you know, a beautiful thing, but at the same time, like Zhang, like his specific situation of like possibly being like reborn, I don't understand it fully, but like he can technically come back, but he also like can he's got the choice not to now or something like that. Like I wasn't listening to Poe when he was talking when they were talking, like.
I just really don't want to have to tell them.
You don't want to have to tell a kid that their best friend has died, but like you gotta at this point. Because I don't want to like I just gave that to her because I didn't want to ruin her birthday. That's why I said I need to talk to
Yeah,
her.
but now
later.
we have to be liars and the bearers of death.
Are you still having this conversation at the
As we're
party?
walking, yes. This
Oh
is
my
as we're
God.
walking to the dojo.
At this point, you guys make it, and you know, you're Allie and Goliath. You guys have probably been there for a little bit. But what are you guys doing?
Push-ups. Gotta get back to
You're-
the push-ups.
Yersa will return the noodles that didn't get used.
Oh,
The dry ass
no.
noodles.
I like the idea that they're still wet, but they're very cold and uncomfortable.
Yeah,
No,
They're-
no,
they're-
no.
they're uncooked.
Bao gave her uncooked noodles.
Yeah, Bao was just inside in the corner. You see, he has an ice pack on his head, and
Oh,
and
oh buddy.
Lao is just kind of behind the counter, just kind of cleaning up stuff.
Are uncooked noodles like a +1 to AC?
If you, yeah, I mean, maybe.
Is May around?
Mai's around. Yeah.
Isn't May the little girl?
Yeah.
Cool.
Looks
Is
like
May
Puka.
around?
Not
Yeah,
in the main
May.
building. She's probably in the quarters or something.
Because if May was out, I wanted to talk to her. I guess yeah. Like I asked like loud that like, hey, you know where like May is, or someone I can ask about like how kids deal with things.
What?
I need to ask a kid something because I need to help out a different kid. What are the kids into these days?
Okay,
You know, like I have to ask those questions.
I don't know what you're about to ask, but I really feel like May being the baseline of how a kid should react should not be the baseline for how a kid should react.
I'm still gonna ask because also like the kid that I'm dealing with probably isn't normal
Wait,
either.
Am I still here for this?
I
Probably,
Think, like,
I mean-
I've walked in and like you're technically following me still,
Yeah,
but like I
probably.
walked over to Lao, and you're just still there. It's like, wait a second, wait, You just like stop talking. What?
If I heard any of this, I'm frantically gesturing like, no, don't go along with this.
You know me used to kill people, right? Like that was the whole thing. Like that's
Oh yeah, I guess. I
That
don't
was a-
know this. Coda then looks over to God like, yeah, I mean, like it seems like this kid wants to kill people, so I mean, like same vibe.
Wait, what
Again,
child
no.
wants to kill people?
Murder? What? Yes.
no, we're not. It was okay.
We're not murdering anyone. It's about Zhang. You know Zhang?
Jake's
I-
murdering people. Is he back
Zhang's
already?
no, Zhang's dead, and we got to try to
no.
explain that to a kid.
Oh, just tell him
You-
straight up.
I
What?
just tell them.
Yeah,
See, that's what I thought.
Jeng is dead. He
But-
I mean,
died
because it's
but
because
now
I
we're
told-
liars.
The thing.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
because I told her he's just gone because I didn't want to ruin her birthday because you said that she had a birthday.
Dead
and-
is gone. You know,
I mean,
dead and
he's-
gone, gone and dead,
Oh my
gone
god.
and fucking
Do I have to
died.
explain the farm euphemism to her then?
No,
Yes.
what a
Okay,
farm?
yeah.
What? No.
Explain it to me and then explain it to her.
The less
Why
I
people buying
understand,
farms?
I feel like the better.
So I was
You have
once
to
told
explain to
that like
Goliath, you can explain to a kid, okay?
I was once told I'm explaining this to Goliath now, okay? I was once told that like back in the old days, like soldiers would go off to war, but like if they died at war, they'd send like a sum of money to their family and and it was enough to like buy a farm, and so that's why it means to buy a farm when you
Oh.
die. So that's why that's the meaning of the euphemism. I don't think that would go over well with explaining the how kind of light that sounds to like a kid realizing that their best friend is dead.
Yeah, just go straight to the he's dead. Someone came up in the street and shanked him. No,
It's a
someone
little
came up
too
in
I
the
mean,
late for
talking
like,
that,
room.
though.
what exactly happened? Because like I remember that like it happened, but we didn't exactly notice. He just sort of like sat in a corner and died.
He got shanked in the hallway outside of the door.
Who did too? Like, did we get back that person? Like, do we even know what happened? Truly. Wait a second.
Woo.
Where's Wu?
Wu killed the person who did it.
Lao,
No,
Lao,
Wu killed the
where's
person
Wu?
who killed Elliot.
What?
Lao,
Yes?
where's Wu?
Ah. Probably in his house, patching up Black Megan?
I mean, do you think that we could at least like go talk to him for a second? Something, or is he going to be back up in the morning? We could probably ask him in the morning, right?
Probably. I don't
Wait,
think
He'll
he'd
be here in
be.
the morning. Cool. I'm
wait
going to
until the morning.
sleep now.
With that and the kids. Okay.
What? Lao, are you very confused?
I am very confused, and I would prefer if you don't explain anything to me.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Walk away. I had a fun time at the party. Got him. You did great.
I don't like this.
I mean, we're trying to figure out. You don't know what to do either, okay? Like we're
Yeah,
both
'cause
walking
you
into
made
this
me a
very
liar.
confused.
Goliath, if you want to make a
I'm
athletics
not
check.
making you a liar. You didn't have to say anything. I'm the one who's
Acrobatics?
lying.
Athletics,
okay? You're fine.
Athletics.
Athletics. All right.
For your workout regimen.
All right, this
I'm
is
the
either
one
going to
who's
go
lying.
extremely well or extremely poorly. Let's find out.
The answer is
Ah,
16.
all right.
that's pretty nice.
Get in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So how do you roll a 9?
You know, you knock out a lot. You feel like it's a new personal best. At least, for the time you're spending on it.
I
Not
think
like you're lifting
Goliath
weights or
would know
anything.
what his personal best
Yeah.
is. Let's be honest here.
Goliath is a gym bro, confirmed.
Yeah, like he'd know what exactly his personal best is.
I'll bench press you, nerd.
I can bench press all of you.
Probably.
Do it.
All right. What's the length? What's my fucking carry weight again? My push weight. I can
Well, the
lift.
hard part
yeah.
is not the pushing; it's fitting that many people under your hands.
I thought it was like
I'll just get like a plank.
one at a time. You could absolutely bench all of us. I don't know at the same time because Brass
I can
probably
lift
weighs
960
quite a bit.
pounds.
Yeah, because I actually have benched people before. It's the grip that's the hard part.
Yeah,
How much does alleyway? roughly?
In armor.
That's
This is really
you
the
don't
important
ask a lady
information.
that thing.
In
Ask
armor.
everything.
Allie, you don't need to answer that.
Oh my
Fuck
god.
it.
What is going on?
I have no
Fun.
idea.
I forget
I'm
how
gonna
we
go.
can
Weird
I'm just-
muscle lady fetish
Goliath
stuff.
can-
Okay,
a
well,
situation- wait a second.
anything
you guys
wanna do
We
before-
have derailed so
Yeah.
fucking much.
The ADHD kicked in for everyone, and we're just hyper fixating on push away. Anything you guys want to do, or is the night ending?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until morning, and then Coda. It should be noted that whenever Yosa has said something, Coda has not responded to it. But she
It
does
is
go.
fetish.
What? Okay.
What?
I do. want
Coda
to
does
talk
turn to
to you.
Godam and just ask like, yeah, so you're good to come with me on tomorrow then.
Yeah.
Allie, you want to come along and tell a girl that her friend's dead?
No.
You're gonna tell
All right,
a
cool.
girl that her friend is dead tomorrow.
Coda's walking away already.
Yes.
Okay.
The only differences of tonight is in the quarters, on the table you guys normally have food on. There is some food set, but there are.
Wouldn't they have had dinner at the party too?
Yeah, you guys would have dinner.
Yeah, so I'm fine.
But there are the three new girls, and they are eating. They look all cleaned up. They have different attire now.
Oh, I do want to talk to the new girls. I want to talk to the kids.
Oh
Well,
God.
I'm
Here we
assuming
go.
Since Coda already ate at the party, maybe she won't be at dinner.
Yeah, she won't be at dinner. Like
Yeah,
she
yours
went
is
to
gonna
rest.
talk to the kids.
This is the worst breakup that never happened.
Hey, this bitch started it.
There's some things that have now been like brewing that like have finally tipped over in that last session. Like something has snapped.
When you're dating, but you have the
Uh,
same circle of friends, you can't like cut off all their friends, or see if no one, so you're just kind of tolerating each other's presence. Yeah, that's what's happening right now.
Y'all can fight all you want. I'm
will
sleeping in the same room with her.
Yersa will ask how the girls are doing and how dinner is so far.
They seem fine. The two younger, or the two older ones, are just kind of eating. They're kind of digging in. They seem relatively fine. The youngest one seems very slow, and as you're there, just kind of staring blankly at the table and all the food.
I just wanted to let you know, or to ask, did anyone tell you about the game yet?
The younger one looks at you and just, what game?
Aye, there's a game. They didn't tell me about it when I first started here, and I really wish they did, so I'm going to tell you all about it. Everyone's going to pretend that the game doesn't exist. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh
Did you make us all
no.
lose the game?
No. Not on my Christian stream.
Fucking years.
No.
Damn it, guys, that's not what I was intending. All right.
No.
All right.
I hate that.
Have you seen the half orc woman?
Uh-huh.
It's really funny, but the game is to not talk to her.
Oh damn!
That's awful.
She's gonna try to talk to all of you, but it's kind of like an initiation. You don't respond.
The two older ones kind of like look at each other and just, I'm gonna beat you at the game. No, I'm gonna win. The younger one's just kind of, but why?
Yodel can try to win, but I've got a little bit of a head start on you.
You just lost the game. Ha 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 ha.
Who knows?
I'm
I might
banning
slip up.
Nikki. Nikki's removed from D&D from this point on. I'm just kidding.
But whoever wins the game gets a very sweet prize.
But how do you
know
win?
where the lollipops are?
Oh, you win by not talking to her.
So can we all
But-
win, or does only one of
Aye.
us win?
You could all win. Depends on how many of you still haven't said a word to her in 3 days' time.
Okay.
But if you all end up winning, I will personally bake you all a cake.
And the small one's eyes just wide up, like, okay.
I'll make it any flavor you want.
Okay.
Hell, we could make a 3-tier cake, tier for each of you. You'll have your own personal flavor.
Yeah, the two older ones, like, they're just arguing over the best tactic to win this game, and the younger one's just super engulfed in what you're saying. Just hanging on to
Okay.
every word coming out of your mouth.
The easiest trick I found is if she approaches you, run and hide. It's kind of like hide and seek.
Okay.
All right, enjoy your dinner. I'll see you in 3 days.
Someone clip this for when Yursa dies in 3 days.
Yeah. I wasn't saying anything because I'm not in the scene right now, but like the moment that Coda finds out about this, she is going to drop the gloves on Yursa.
Oh,
I'm not this is a bomb that you have put here in front of yourself.
You
She will
started it.
this is a like just like I'm telling you right now, she is going to fight you. This is like you have put this in front of yourself.
You've got
This
elf
is
blood in you,
not
right?
this is not a
That's what I
question.
wanted. That's
It's
what
not
I
a question.
wanted.
He is going to fight
Coda's
you.
half elf, right?
Yeah, oh my god!
She
I just
is
wanna know.
going to fight you.
Just want to confirm, Coda's half elf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she will be close to you at the time. And you're not good at close range.
No, that's the... Okay, we're just
But
moving
no
on.
one
And she
tell
will
her.
not be using your axe, she will be using fists.
If
No one
anyone
cares.
else wants to do something
Stabber.
before the night ends, or else we're gonna go to the
She
next
doesn't
day.
know yet. She doesn't know
Yeah,
yet. If she
I'm
never
good on
finds
that.
out, like, you're fine. If she never finds out, but like, you have just put a bomb in front of yourself. And I want you to know now.
Oh yeah. I'm not the only one who's done it at this table. It'll be
Spells
interesting to see if any
disaster for
consequences
you.
come from it.
Spells disaster for you at sacrifice.
You at 3 o'clock behind the bleachers.
All right.
Well, I
wanted
use the
to,
term drop the gloves very specifically because it is like a like hockey term, instantaneous, just go right in.
I wanted to.
No warning.
I
Sorry,
wanted
what
to
was that?
talk to Yursa at I wanted to talk to Yursa before the night's over.
Anything
Probably
else?
catch you in a room.
Autumn, Goliath, are you guys doing stuff before the night ends? Are you guys good?
I'm good.
I think good. Yep.
Did Goliath want an explanation, or is Goliath cool with the whole accent thing being fake?
You gave an explanation just.
He did.
That's
Yeah,
true.
so-
That's true.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, sure, whatever.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
I guess that makes sense. Moving on. I mean, you're all strangely, small humanoid creatures anyway, instead of larger humanoid creatures.
I was going to say you're humanoid.
Yeah, I suppose specifies humanoid.
Okay, okay.
Specificity, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
So, go ahead, Yursa and Ellie. Whatever you guys want to do before the night ends.
Well, Allie would probably have gone to the room instead of dinner, so she would be reading her journal a little bit.
Okay.
And wait for Yursa to show up.
Yeah, she'll show up after dinner.
There's sort of like a vacant look initially, and then she'll take one glance at Yursa.
I imagine yours is just like taking off some of her gear and whatnot.
You're a lot more complicated than you look.
Oh, am I?
And I mean that in the nicest way possible.
Ah. Well, I wasn't planning on being complicated, I'll be honest.
Complication breeds complications, yes?
Yeah. I'm definitely left with more questions than when I started with today.
As do I. I won't ask you to explain anything you don't understand. That's I mean, I understand entirely what it's like to have questions with no answers, and the answers only give you more questions. You know this as well as I do.
I haven't been able to put much together yet. But
Well,
when I was born, I wasn't a strong baby. My mother died soon after I was born. I was left neglected and ill. I had no one to take care of me, and as I wasn't viable, my tribe elder, Hilda, opted to leave me to the forest to be reclaimed. And I was found strong and viable. A week later, swaddled in furs, clutching an item. And Yrsa will comb through her pouches and produce a small carved bear. If this thing has been with me since those woods, since I was a baby, this thing has been with me for my entire life.
mm,
And if it preyed upon an infant's desire to live, I don't know how I feel about that.
well, do you think that infant didn't deserve to live?
If you asked me this question 2 years ago, I would have said no. But that brings me to the incident 2 years ago. Remember when I asked if you were able to bring back somebody from the dead?
Of course.
And know, Alethus, that I trust you. And if you break this trust,
I think we both have secrets that are mutual. After all, you have a certain journal, so let's call it collateral. I think
I'll
that's
take
fair.
collateral. About 3 years ago, after my tribe was eradicated,
Hmm.
I found myself working in an elven village. Hunter, stable hand, anything I could do to survive to get money. And I found myself getting tied up, infatuated with the Duke's daughter. She was beautiful. She was of good blood, good standing. Chisu, I swear to fucking god, this is a moment. And her father didn't appreciate that I was a distraction, especially when suitors started coming around. And when her father finally found a suitor that would benefit his social standing, she was informed that she was to be wed. I remember the night she came to the stables and begged me to take her from that town so vividly. And I made an error in judgment. I took her. She had no formal weapons training. She had no survival training. She lived in an ivory tower her entire fucking life. And I thought that I could protect her. And I was proven so very, very wrong. When not even 2 days later, we were beset upon by bandits. And just as I should have predicted, she did not survive that encounter. I took the bargaining chip of a very powerful elven man in the Blackthorn family. And I've been on the run since. If this protector of the forest saw me as an infant and knew that I would be put in a position where I would eradicate somebody abusing the forest, that's not something I even want to consider. That's way too long game. I am not the type of person who should be picked by a deity or burdened with greatness or whatever the fuck this is. I'm just trying to survive.
You've mentioned the Blackthorns before. I'm assuming well, what relation do they have?
The Blackthorn family?
You would know that Elliot's family name was Blackthorn. Nikki. That was given by him.
Okay. Do I know where they would have been located?
Where they came from?
Yeah, like their origins.
The only thing that you've heard is Levy saying in passing that she had came from far south. Or south-ish. Which may have been one of the families, at least. Which is where she picked up Elliot, and Elliot, having lived near one of their, I don't want to say plantations, but one of their, manors, I guess.
Vineyards, farm, crop.
Yeah,
Estate.
they are a farming family.
Mm.
They do have, properties all over. But Elliot was picked up by Levy towards the south of the country.
These Blackthorns, then. We've met one.
A true Blackthorn. Based on my conversations with Elliot, it seems that the Elven family I've grown familiar with made a treaty with his kind decades or centuries ago and took on the name Blackthorn as a sign of that treaty and then promptly eradicated them. He wasn't lying when he was the last of their kind. So, the Blackthorn family I'm referring to is a family of elves.
Then I will ask this. Out of concern, are the Blackthorns a threat right now?
Would say so. I haven't seen any in 2 years, and I would say that's because my skulking in the shadows and hiding my face and using a shitty accent has kept me alive this far. But apparently, there are a few Blackthorns in this city.
At this point, you could hear a bit of the footsteps as the younger girls are going to their rooms. It sounds like two of them going ahead, and the third one kind of runs after them, maybe after turning off the lights or something. It sounds like there's a half pause in front of your door, and then eventually they all sit into the room.
Oh, I hate that.
Well, I can't pretend to understand. I don't know simple emotions, let alone complicated emotions like affection and love. But it does bear a certain question that I hope you don't have a strong enough answer for. Which is, as you are now, would you have done it again?
Again.
Taken her away? Or would you have let her go?
Knowing what I know now, and my mind clear of infatuation and hubris, I I would have I would have left. I wouldn't have taken her. And I'm hoping that I can right this wrong that I made. I don't want her to love me. I don't want her to feel like she owes me. I want to correct the life that my actions cut short. I would happily kill her father so she would take the family name, be the new head of the family, and do whatever she wants, be it with or without me, so long as she was alive again.
All of that over one mistake. I don't think I will ever understand love.
So that you don't.
But maybe my lack of understanding is a shift in perspective. Because I don't think that decision is fair to either of you. Some things some things are meant to be, and only after you have new information do you decide whether or not it was better to have loved once or to have lost it. Maybe I'm just failing to understand what the point is of affection. Something that can heal so much can also hurt. But that is a thing of life, isn't it?
It's fickle and hard to describe. You'll have poets, bards, writers do their best to describe it over and over again, and it will never hit the same thing for the same person.
Well, I'm
Right.
sure if you had the ability to, even if you didn't know, and you are as you are right now, I think it would have been a lot better. Not because of strength, but because of understanding. You are allowed to make mistakes. And
I don't want to make any more mistakes that take the life of somebody innocent.
I don't think that decision was entirely on you.
And if it was by a god, then the gods are still cruel, and that only further cements my disinterest and hatred towards whatever's in my fucking head.
I don't think the gods are at fault. There are awful deities out there, yes. But to deflect onto belief is and I don't want to put this the wrong way, but it is a semblance of cowardice. It wasn't a deity that caused those actions, it was a physical power. And this physical power is perhaps what made your god eventually right. Or what have you, whatever this spirit in your mind is. Because you're no longer fighting for love, you're fighting to do right. That's, some fools would call it heroicism, but I think that is, I think that just comes with age. That comes with, again, understanding. I promised
right now
that I
is-
would, yes?
Yes, and I will stick with you and keep you to that thing that you owe me.
I noticed that you don't say that you'll protect. But I think you and I both understand that I'm not the one that needs protecting. Everyone here has a purpose. Yours is more personal than some of the others. But that doesn't detract from the importance.
At this point, because you both have decent passive perception, you would hear a small creak outside the door.
Aw.
I will open the door.
Okay.
Oh boy.
You open the door, and before you, you find a flower that has been set right outside the door.
Hate that.
It is a green rose. It's fully bloomed.
A green rose?
And looking at it, it's strange, but beautiful in its own way. But,
Can I... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead. Whatever.
Can I roll a nature?
Yeah, go ahead.
Green roses ain't natural. 17.
17. As far as what it looks like physically, it looks like a a pretty typical rose. The color being green is strange, but you know, you've seen people who bleach flowers and put them in colored dye to get the petals to get whatever color. And maybe that's what it is, though it seems freshly cut.
Oh, I have notes on this, I think.
And you want to dismiss it. But then you notice something about the stem. There's still a few flowers, it's not, you know, greatly kept, but all of the thorns on it are inverted. Like they're all facing the wrong direction.
Sometimes you got an in.
Like in the stem?
No, like they're, instead of facing like upwards, they're facing down.
Oh.
What?
I mean,
Wait.
I'm a druid. Would I know what this is?
I'm sorry, you're a what? I thought you were a cleric.
I'm multi-classed in a druid.
Oh shit.
Go ahead, make your nature check.
Okay. This is gonna go so well. Watch this. It's
can't
gonna
wait.
go absolutely horrible. Here we go. 9.
It's not bad.
It's not, I mean, looking at it, it's strange. You've never really seen anything exactly like it. I mean, you know, you could sit here and think up hypotheticals of how it could happen, but it's strange. You can see that the stem is a bright green. The petals are a green that matches the leaves, and all of the thorns are darkened. But it's weird to look at.
Can I Byakugan and see if I can spot the soul of whomever is running away?
Sure. Did you,
Did you want me to roll a? Did you want me to roll anything?
Isn't there-
Or can my wall hacks just do the trick?
I think it's just automatic, right?
Yeah, it's automatic.
As far as the sensing, what's the range on it?
It is 10 feet, but the wait, hold on.
Using your echo
Right.
sense?
Yes? Question mark?
Because you have your echo sense, which is a different. It's one of your. I think it's a feat. Yeah. Yeah, because echo sense is checking
yeah,
souls.
Sense, yeah, you
Bakugan gives
the ability
you-
to detect trolls.
what is
Yeah,
it?
you got it. Just looking at the spell.
Yeah. I mean, you sense who's in the next room. As far as anything out of the ordinary, no, nothing new, nothing strange. But I think that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Hey. Okay.
Hey, Byakugan? Bakugan?
Byakugan.
Hey.
Yeah. Every
Hey.
time I hear Byakugan, I can only think of Bakugan.
Is
That's
it
fair.
okay? So which one is it? Is it? It's because I know one's from Naruto and one's the fucking shitty
Bakugan
morphing
is the
ball
balls. Byakugan is Naruto.
game. Byakugan is Naruto.
Yeah. I watched Naruto a long time ago. Don't remember much.
Gotcha. I stopped
I've
watching
never seen it.
before Sasuke or after Sasuke left.
I just
Okay.
remember shipping Sasuke and Naruto.
Okay. Let's raid. Kira's online. We're gonna raid Kira. Good luck, everybody else.
Have a good one, people.
Good night, everyone who lurking
Yeah,
and
good
may or
night.
may not have tried to catch Pokemon tonight.
Yeah. Pokemon.
Yay.
I missed the Viper.
Yeet!